This. Num, 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 num. You see how adorable she is? Look at that. Where's all the likes? Oh my. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that schnauzer. Oh, so adorable. Look at you. What are you doing, Rabbit? You see all these people, they come to hear you? They come to watch the elegance of the rabbit, the beauty of the rabbit. You see it? Look at it. Look at that. This is adorable. Eat your treat. Eat your treat, madam. You see the rabbit here? Look at that. That is adorable, is it not? How could you not resist? How could you not resist the glories of the rabbit in all of its elegance and beauty? You see it there? The presence of the rabbit. Let it draw you in, brothers and sisters. Feel its love. Feel its adorableness. Feel its intuition. Feel its generosity. There it is. She's enjoying a snack right now. You're enjoying a snack. Look at all these people. They like watching rabbits eat snacks. You're just having a good time here, madam, are you not? Look how fluffy she is. She's so fluffy, lady. Oh, my. She's enjoying her little treat here. I had to change her blanket out. She's got this new one here. They just love chewing holes. Chewing holes in all of their blankies. I get them for them. How do you like that, madam? Do you like that? Oh, you're so adorable. I got to start my show here. You're distracting me. You are distracting me, Madam Rabbit. You see that? So I got a few changes, my friends. You could see there's a couple of changes on my page. I'm still working on them. It's not letting me have the name I want for whatever reason. So maybe there's too many people with that name. Maybe I just have to keep it at Father Bod. I don't know. But there's certainly some changes on the background. Spiritual entertainment is who I am. It is my life. But for the title of the page, I'm gonna adjust it to just a generic revelation of rabbits and magic and love and adore. Look at all that fuzz there. Look at all that fuzz down there. Look at you, lady. You have to bring the people in here. Bring the people in here, madam. Bring all of our friends here. I can't see what some of you are saying. I do see my good friend Blake is there. Yeah, we played a game last night. I was terrible at it. The Hell Divers. All right, you going to let me go now, Madam Rabbit? Madam Rabbit, are you done with me? Are you all done here? Can I get up? Did you get the proper attention? So you have to give them the proper attention. All right, it's time to begin. Let's get a proper pentangle in the back. Pentangle. No, don't go to the bathroom on the blanket. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. No, that's not the one I want. I have another pentangle in here. How about this one? This one's interesting here. This one's kind of got an interesting theme to it, right? This is kind of scary. What do you think? You think this one's scary? That one's kind of scary. What do you think? It is the ace of pentangles, if you did not know. Good to see you, Tony. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. I'm standing up now. I got to turn the music on here. Got to get my walking stick. Where's my walking stick? Oh, my. What is an old man going to do without his walking stick, right? Lewis, you all ready for our game tonight? Good to have you here. I might have to change it to, maybe I should just leave it because the options is a Bard. The Bard has been taken up by another YouTube channel. So I can't do that. Oh my. What am I going to do, my friends? What am I going to do here? All right, switching around. Here I am. Here I come. There I am, my friends. Once again with you for your entertainment leisure. With the ace of pentacles. You got to reach out and take it, my friends. Sometimes it's just sitting there, right? Your destiny is right a grab away, right? You're just sitting around waiting for, oh, the stars will align one day. No, they won't. Go out and make yourself all you can be. No one else is going to do it for you. No gods, no devils, no spells. Only you. Only you have the power to make your life wonderful. Good to see the Falcon is here. Falcon Zigzag is here. You are ready for tonight? You have found some new animals to breed with? I released a video of Lewis before I came on today. Did you see it yet, Lewis? Lewis talking about his special abilities as a druid in our game that we play every Friday night here on this channel. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, I do that. You see, everything is spirituality to me. I don't separate my life. Some people don't think I'm spiritual at all, right? Because I don't think they understand spirituality. They see it as something separated from themselves that they must achieve, right? Like if I follow these teachings, then I will be spiritual. If I do this fast for 40 days, then I will be spiritual. If I go to that sacred place, then I will be spiritual. This is backwards thinking. Spirituality begins with you, and it's revealed in your creativity. And that creativity has many faces and many forms. An example, how many of you get inspired just by going and looking at people's art, right? Or hearing their poetry, even though there's no religious context to it. It has nothing to do with the church or something that people would be, understanding as a spiritual place. You get inspired by it, right? Just by seeing it, right? Because the spirituality, it begins in you. It does not begin outside of yourself. And people will teach. It's good to see you, Kiki. People will teach you, right? They will teach you that you must go to a place, you must confess a certain profession, and then spirituality begins. And this couldn't be further. It begins with you, my friends. You are, everything wonderful is within you. It is not somewhere else. Another example of this is, let's say you do go to a religious place, right? And you feel all of these wonderful feelings. You go into the religious temple or whatever. You feel all of the wonderful feelings inside. Where do those wonderful feelings come from? Do they come from you or the place? They come from you. They begin in you. You don't have to go anywhere. You only have to go within, my friends. It's all there. It's all there, right? Oh, my. Okie dokie. Bard Father. The Bard Father. Maybe I should just keep that title. You like the Bard Father? Yeah, people, that's really just a bridge to my old lifestyle. My Christianity, right? When the people used to call me Father, right? Thank you, Alan. Good to see you. Good to have you here. It's 4 p.m. over there in Belgium. You're having a good time over there in Belgium. Things are working out. It's a nice place to live, right? They have wonderful waffles, right? Yeah, a good place to live, Belgium, right? We must find knowledge of self, right? It all begins within you. Everything wonderful is there. Now, and for whatever reason, we're not able to see it. You don't have to. A lot of philosophies say that there's a spark inside of you. And what they try to do is the spark becomes your means of escaping now. And that's a mistake. You're not supposed to escape. You're supposed to use your creativity to perfect, to make the world beautiful, instead of escaping somewhere with your spark. Your spark is the beginning of your creativity in the world, right? We are the divine imagination, my friends. Oh, where are we at? as within, so without. Can we send some cosmic energy to the sailors of the Lincoln carrier? They are surviving on teething. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't even know what that means, right? We do support. Certainly, I have lots of military friends that support. I don't know what that means. Cosmic energy. Yeah. I'm starting to think this guy might be right. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, the craziness is really a doorway into something profound, right? You see the madman crying out, a voice crying out in the wilderness, make straight the good time that is to come, right? That's what you see. The craziness is a doorway, right? I want to be that's part of my creativity, the spirituality. Look at like people who live out in the woods. Look at people who are, you would say, bizarre, right? How bizarre? Bizarre, right? These people, like in the biblical tradition, John the Baptizer. He lives out in the woods, right? Out in the desert, right? That's abnormal behavior for society. He eats grasshoppers and wears the camel's hair. That's strange for most people, right? The wildness is so necessary sometimes to help people to see, right? Many people are afraid to embrace the wild. They're afraid to embrace damn it, my music's not loud. They're afraid to embrace the madness because they don't know where it will take them. They like living in the ordinary. But sometimes when you stay in that ordinary, you don't develop, nothing happens. You run in place the rest of your life, right? Now that's too damn loud. It's hard to get a happy place with this. I'm just going to switch the music here. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me get my Oblivion music. This music has no balance to it. It keeps going up and down. I can't get a steady flow. With the Oblivion music, it's always a steady flow going through. So I had to change the music there, right? The world is evil. Prove it. We do evil things, but the world is wonderful. You have been deceived. And the problem with what you're doing, you have a certain philosophy that gives you meaning and purpose. And because it does that, when it is challenged, you feel like you are being challenged and you dig in your heels. Even though a greater truth has come for you, you have dug your heels in to the ground and you will not be moved because that is where you're at. You decide to run in place. When that moment in your life, that sudden moment that picks you up and dangles you in the air, that is your wake-up call. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to go back to the ground and live the way that you always have been living? Are you going to continue to run in place? Are you going to continue in this reality of lukewarmness? You like being lukewarm? It's fun, right? Right? It doesn't challenge you anymore. You're happy. You have this philosophy. You're going to stay there, right? That's what most people do. It's easier. It's easier to stay in that place, right? There's no challenge. There's no fear, right? You're happy. You're in control, right? You're in control. And that's where you like to be. You like the control. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in control. But sometimes you have to let the wheel be given on to someone else, or you're going to keep driving the same damn car. Save your God, save me, Manny Garcia. Manny, good to see you, our good friend. How's the weather in Arizona today? Oh, Spock sounds like the Autobots. Baba Ganache. Yeah, that's the big deception. You are mistaken. If you fail the goodness in the world too. That's right. Right? Your son wants to join the Navy, right? Yeah. that's a wonderful, you get to travel the world, right? I think more out of all the, the military services that we have, it's always the people from the Navy have the best stories, in my opinion. Just watch Battleship, right? Oh, let's see. I was thinking of the idea of death going up to the sky, as they say, heaven, and that doesn't sound like nature would make it more sense for our soul to stay on earth. Yeah, the idea of the soul, right? Where does that come from? Why is there a need to depart? We continue as energy, and not in the same form that we are. We abide here. We do not leave. Why does my body have to be a shell? Why can't my body be a stepping stone of being into a greater experience after I depart here, right? Why does this become a prison? Who teaches these things? Have you ever asked yourself, why do they teach us? And this is most religions, because most religions have been influenced by the Greeks, right? Why is there a bad, everything outside is no good, only the good is on the inside. And the good needs to go back to where it came from, because this is the bad place. That is the philosophy of all Western religions, and it comes from the Greeks. The Greeks influenced everybody, the Celts, everyone. The Greeks were the great thinkers of the world, and most of the Western world. They set the standard of religious escapism, because that was their philosophical way of explaining evil, of explaining the struggles in the world, right? They could not think differently because they did not have the opportunity to. They were in a world where people were dying all the time, all kinds of suffering, all kinds of disease. You were feeling unsafe. At that point of our human evolution, in terms of our social structures, was quite poor, right? I think most of the people in the world today, we all suffer, but not like they did, right? It's time for a better philosophy, that this idea of soul escape, going back to a nice place. What if the nice place is here? We just have been taught not to see it. We've been taught not to commune with it. We're always going somewhere else, so we miss the whole reality, the whole truth, that we're wonderful, right? We are part of a web of life, my friends. Hit the like button. What's up with the like button? All these people here. Hey, go to the top of the pentacle up there. The Ace of Pentacles is reaching out to you. Take it. Take the power of the Ace of Pentacles. Let it energize you. Let it prosper you. Reach out and touch faith. Hit the like button at the top of your screen, my friends. Hermeticism. It seems to me to be a very good philosophy. Yeah. Oh, prostate exam is here. Laura, no labels, Laura. Good to have you here, Laura. Good to have you. A wonderful day to you, my friend. You saw souls of people who are alive entities. You didn't even know it. Look at it. It was insane. I wouldn't lie. I was being guided by some of them, right? Yeah. Yeah. Think of what you see when you see soul. It has what? The form of the body. The body remains. When you look at ghosts and ancestors, even deities like Jesus, what happens? The form of the body continues in a different context, in a different state. You don't become an alien when you die. You don't become one of the grays. Now you have no private parts. No. Jesus did what? In the mythology of the resurrection, he ate. And he told his followers, you will eat with me. He was still eating. He was still operating that life is given from this world. When's the last time you sat down and had a dinner and had a spiritual experience? You're taught not to do that. You know, Roman Catholics do that every Sunday. What's unfortunate is that you can do that every day. You can have at your own dinner table an encounter with God when you know and discover that the food you eat is a spiritual reality given to you, not just for physical survival, but for spiritual progress, right? You're taught not to do that. We are taught not to see. We are taught not to perceive. Why do you think it's so wonderful when you get together with your family and have dinners, right? Why? I was reading an article about Matt Damon, the actor. They were asking him, why is your marriage so successful? He's been married to the same lady, right? That is a rare thing for people in Hollywood. His best friend, he's been married like 5 times, right? Ben Affleck, right? He says, I sit down with my wife every night and have dinner. No compromise. That is a law in his household, right? Why do you think that happens? Is it because they're just hanging out? They can do that anytime. It is the power of that food. That food becomes a source of communion for that reality of family, right? Try doing it. Try practicing. I try to practice in my home. We don't get to do this every night, but having dinner together as a spiritual. Just a moment here. Damn it. Let's see here. These people are so dumb. That was my. I'm trying to. I just went to the doctor. My pharmacist is being anal retentive again. He always looks sad. You think so? Cool Hand Mountain Man, good to have you here. You enjoy eating alone. You enjoy eating alone. You make it a point in your house over there in Arizona, man. You eat dinner together with your family, right? Yeah. And they don't poison you. Oh, yeah, putting X-Lax in Dad's coffee again, right? That was fun. He changed all the light bulbs at the Hagia Sophia. Did he really? Oh, do they even have light bulbs in there? Most of that is that great structure. You have the natural dome light, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's one of the greatest human achievements, right? The Hagia Sophia. And it was used for originally purpose for liturgy, right? Why is the Hagia Sophia one of the greatest and most beautiful places? Because it reveals the heavenly and the earthly. When you go to this place, now it's under the control of Islam now, but it was a Christian place for liturgical service, right? Why is it? What does it do? Right? It reveals what is here. That is the power of symbol, right? Why do people like myself are fascinated by the Pentangle? Because it reveals what is here. It demonstrates to you in its symbolism what is here, not something that is elsewhere. It reveals. It is alchemy. It brings the visible and invisible together, right? Wise word of Odin. I saw the high fires burn in the rich man's hall, and himself lying dead at the door, still standing lost. It's got the old lanterns and modern bulbs, natural lights, Hagia Sophia. Yeah. If it's all here about what will happen when the earth gets blown into smithereens, what happens to us when we move on is the real question. And that should be able to answer the reality of the earth, right? What happens to a star when it reaches its existence after billions and billions of years? We still see the lights of stars that are not there no more. Why do we see the light still? Because that light, that star, continues on in a new form. It continues on in a different way, right? Its story is not at its end. There's a new reality, a new experience for the star. And even in this new reality, we are still seeing it, even though the star has been gone for a long time now, right? explain the lies you believe. Tell us of the lies. There's liars here. Oh my. You enjoyed Thomas Merton? Yeah. He's a great author, right? He's a good Christian. He's a Christian monastic. Yeah. Oh no, boss is going to save us. He's going to save our souls. Oh no. How did I like Helldivers? I don't like it. I don't like it. That will be my last time playing Helldivers. I'm terrible at it. And what really annoys the shit out of me is all the up, down, left, right, BA, start. I mean, I got 30 guys in Contra 30 years ago. I don't want to do that shit today. I did that shit to get 30 guys in Konami, in all the Konami games. You know, I memorized that code. If you were in the 80s, you have that code in your heart, right? All of you. Oh, let's see. What is this shit here? Let's see. Let me see. Just a moment. I got to respond here to this email. Up, down, left, right, BA, start. If you were in the 80s, you know that code, right? Because that's how you got 30 guys in Contra and Gradius, Life Force. And what was the other game, right? You believe you will reincarnate? The idea of reincarnation to me is a continuation of my memory rather than a repeat of the memory. I don't accept, I understand and I'm open to the idea of modern reincarnation, but I have developed my own theory that we participate in ancestral memory that is shared and continues on. Bing Babu, which existence, my peace, happiness depend, discover myself in discovering God. Merton, wonderful saying, wonderful saying. How are you wrong? What are you doing? Are you a Xeno lover? Yeah, I didn't like the, it's a fun, like if I was all these young guys that I played with, right? If I was their age, I probably would enjoy it more. To me, it's like going, I need more simplicity in my senior citizen gaming, where I just have to push a few buttons. I just couldn't get over that. But I'm sure they can. You know, there was a good time. My son likes the game; he really enjoys it. Yeah, he had to come in here a few times. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? What am I supposed to do here? He had to come in and educate me a few times yesterday. If you watched the stream last night in the beginning, I didn't know what the hell to do. I was literally stuck, right? Oh, it's like driving a flight simulator. Back in the days, you used to draw on caves and hunt with wooden spears. Look at you. You did it old school in your family, right? Yeah, I was around back when the dinosaurs were here too. I'm not ashamed, right? You know, I was around when the first microwaves were becoming popular. I remember getting a microwave, right? But back then, those microwaves, they can make your testicles fall off. They're not like the microwaves today, where you can pretty much, have it in your kitchen and have no problem. You used to be able to take a light bulb. Let's see here. What is this? We used to have. You could take a light bulb up to the microwave, and it would light up. Right? Did anyone try that when you were a child? Right? Oh, David, good to see you. Good to have you here. Did you check out that? Yes, I did. I checked it out. I don't own it. Things like that, I would play it for you, certainly. But it doesn't look interesting long term for me. But I would certainly do a stream of it just for you. But long term, probably not. It doesn't have that flavor for me. A lot of the older stuff, to me, it gives you a certain experience, but a lot of the interface is just really kills it for me. Really kills it for me. I'm like in a trance. Cool, right? That sounds cool. Oh, stuck in spaces. Jesus loves us. Thank you. The Emperor loves you, my friend. The Emperor of all mankind. What was funny, I shared this on Discord with some of you. Before I came on, our wonderful Roblox Christian gentleman that comes on here every day, I put a post up, when I get into character, right? And I put a post up about serving the Emperor of mankind, the God Emperor, which is from a video game, Warhammer 40K. And this guy thought I was being serious, and he's trying to save my soul now. He's like, no, Jesus is the only king. Jesus is he gets into this craziness. Right? And I shared with some people of that on Discord. Oh, it is our friend Billy. Billy is one of my earliest members on our channel. Her and Fiona, I believe, were some of the original moderators long ago. Or not, Fiona's not a moderator, but just members. Billy was one of my first moderators. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see. The dickhead was crazy before the Emperor. Who's that? Is that a game or just drinking Pepsi? Pepsi? Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah. Good morning to you. Daniel the Wailing is here. That's a PS1 game, is it? Really? You spoke to Brian recently. Yeah, he's just trucking along. Good. Yeah, he was on here last month. He came in and said hello to everyone. He stops in every now and then. Our friend Brian. Yeah. I had a lot of people leave in the beginning because I went through a lot of changes. And the beginning of my show was I started out in Christianity. Now I'm on the other side of the world, right? In terms of Christianity. And we do most of the stuff now on my channel is just my creativity, my comedy and gaming and talking about modern druidry and so on and so forth. So it has its own unique reality that, a lot of people didn't like in the change. Especially, a lot of people think I'm a heretic now. And I only have good things to say about Jesus. The goblins seek my guidance. Well, they're here in the chat. There they are. Jack Daniels has spoken. Yeah. My grinder buddy Steve is here. You want a Pepsi? Just one Pepsi? Oh, damn. Oh, I'm doing the wailing this morning. That's right. All the time, my friend. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button, my friends. Spiritual entertainment. 7 days a week, I am here for your entertainment leisure. You had diarrhea yesterday, and it felt like your soul was leaving your body. That's what they call astral projection, right? Going out your backside. That's where it comes from, right? Astral projection. You have a meeting in 15 minutes. It's time to help clear your head. Thanks to that. Well, glad that you are able to experience the clearing of the head here, my friend. Spiritual entertainment. ELP, 500 Pepsis. Oh my! I don't know what's going on here. What is this Pepsi? Is this a new form of sexuality? People are calling themselves like Coke bottles now and Pepsi cans and 2 liters of Mountain Dew. What's going on? See, I'm old. It's hard for me to keep up with what's going on in the world of lunacy of the other generations that are not Generation X. So I can't keep up with it. That wasn't your soul leaving your body. Oh my. Let's see. Our good friend Natalie is on. Good to have you here. The Reiki Master. Good to have you here, friend Natalie. You hear some of those hallucinations make you poop, throw up before the other body experience. What's going on here? Billy, have you been experimenting with drugs? I thought you were a good Christian. What's going on here? And what are you doing on the toilet? What's going on with that? Do you know the religion of Hanuman? Yeah, that's Hinduism. Yeah, right? The Hindus like having all these Hindus have cool deities. Like Hanuman, oh my. You have your deities like, he's this kick-ass monkey god, right? I want a God like that. When I was a kid, that would be awesome, right? As projections, 3 steps ahead of us. Oh my. Is your D&D Cheetos already? They are. Tinfoil hat wear. You have fine comedy, joy, and positives here. I've been welcomed openly by this community. Yes, we accept all homosexuals. We have no problem with that. And I hope everyone can expect this too. Yes, you're welcome, my friend. Gay love. We love you, my gay friend. Yes. This. Oh my goodness. It's because he's not a member, Blake. He doesn't have the power. He won't be able to see. Oh my. Oh. The comedy is thick today, my friends. It is thick. Yeah, Tinfoil Hatware is going to be playing D&D with us soon, right? We're going to turn him into a magical sword. Yeah, we're going to have a couple new players in the community. I'm going to have to stop at 8 because it gets too crazy, especially in the combat, right? Yeah, I think the most I've ever played, like 15 people, I think I had in a game, but it was just for role play. It wasn't. We weren't fighting. We had like one battle of combat, and everyone did one thing, right? It was all worked together. It was all fast. Oh my goodness! Here, what day is it today? It is Homosexual Day. That's right. Well, no, that was yesterday. Today's Friday. Dr. Mentos, Joe Barkin, good to have you here, good friend. Yeah, the tinfoil is a friendly humanoid intelligence. Yeah, and he reps he's not ashamed. He's got a new type of sexuality, right? It has to. He now you can understand. He calls himself Tinfoil Hat Wear. You can come to the conclusion about that, right? If you really want to know what he's into, right? So could you imagine him at the alien conventions? Normal people wear tinfoil hats on their heads. He's coming out to the convention. Yes, don't trust the government. Don't trust the government, right? He's walking around with this tinfoil wrapped on, and like, what kind of pervert is this? In our don't trust the government meetings, right? He's like, that's why so many people have erectile dysfunction. It is the government. Wrap it up in tinfoil like me, he says. Right? Maybe he's onto something. Oh, man. It's foil fashion. Oh, my goodness here. Kiwi, you are gay again. We switch on Thursday, remember. You become straight on Thursday, so I become homosexual. Yeah. Is there any reasoning with a gelatinous cube? Yes, if it has a connection to the Lord of Slimes, it starts, damn it, I lost my mind there. Garandor. Garandor is an abysmal entity, Lord of Oozes, Lord of Slimes. And there's also Jubilex. Jubilex, if they have some type of communion with this, they have an intelligence, gelatinous slimes. That is your Forgotten Realms factoid today. I am a Forgotten Realms canonist. I spent much of my life in the lore of the Forgotten Realms. So I get to learn all these fun facts for life, right? Now I'm learning Warhammer lore. Yep. Oh, where is it? Where am I going here? Yeah. My buddy, Crazy George, he wore a tinfoil, like a metal mixing bowl, like on his backside. Is that what you're going for there? He's got his backside wrapped up in tinfoil. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, strange behavior here. I learn new things by people here every day. See, I was a Christian for 30 years. We were never told that people wrap their private parts in tinfoil and go to conventions and things. I never heard of that. I didn't know that people dressed up like animals for, they call them those furry conventions, and get out on the dance floor and get funky. I didn't know any of that stuff. I was in this place, this little world called Christianity. Now, leaving Christianity, I'm thinking about going back. I'm thinking about, there's a lot of strange behavior out here. I like living in the dream, in the illusion. Now I'm out here learning all kinds of strange behaviors that are quite frightening. Oh my. Brian, good to see you. Who's the saggy master? What is that? Oh my. There are actually 200 times smelling rain and air than sharks? Really? That's fun. He would love to get under my cloak. Really? That's $20 if you want to get under my cloak. We can get under my cloak for $20. Right? Get into a tuck position for 60 seconds. I'm not bending over for you, you pervert. Look at all these freaks. I told you, I'm going back to church. Look at this shit. I'm going back to church now. My goodness. Send a super chat for the cloak fund. Yeah. It's your son's first birthday. Well, happy birthday on the 21st. So that's right around the corner. Right around the corner. Beautiful. What in the Epsilon? I don't know. Oh, my goodness, yeah. You want to poke my cloak? With what? Oh, my goodness. Look at all this. What? There, Fiona, save us. Fiona the Bard is here. Now, if you watch Fiona's channel, yesterday she released this YouTube short, which is half in darkness, half Fiona in her garden. And then she starts getting really philosophical. That was really nice, Fiona. I wasn't expecting that. I won't spoil it for you. You can go see it yourself. Fiona starts you out in the garden and then moves into utter darkness, where you're now in the abyss with Fiona, with the beautiful Irish voice. Go check it out. He got his Pride Pickle picture again. Oh my. Oh yeah. Well. Oh my goodness. Here. Time to mute Spanish forever. Mute them in the name of the Emperor. When the Bard returns to church, the Stone Cold Steve Austin music hits as he walks in. Oh, you never know. He might become a preacher or something later on. You could see him. You know what? My Austin 3:16. I was such a sinner. And now I've repented. It's John 3:16. I'm trying to make it right now. I'm going across the country, letting people know about Jesus our Lord. I could see him doing that, right? That would make him famous again, right? Sometimes people convert to Christianity in these amongst all these celebrities, right? For a while to get some fame. Russell Brand, what's the tattoo lady? She's like Greek Orthodox now or something, right? She's all for Jesus, right? Why? Why do they do this? This is, you can make a lot of money if your celebrity status is taking a downturn. You want it to go back up again, become a Christian. Now you have all of this Christian media, and then you have your old fans saying, what the fuck, right? It's brilliant, right? It's a great way to make money. How do you know that they are real Christians? Look at their track record, right? Look at people that do get involved. All right, for example, Shia LaBeouf. I'm Roman Catholic now. I got a boner for Padre Pio. And he's on all of the Catholic channels now. Jesus, right? Then he gets caught beating people up at the bar. Praise the Lord, brother, right? These people are full of shit, right? The celebrity Christianity in every form is really, has no real value or power, right? Except for their status. You've been warned, brothers and sisters, right? Oh, you want me to become a a hung emperor for mankind. Well, that can be arranged. If I get, you are willing to promote me to emperor status, right? Vixen, the servant of Anubis, is here. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. I am a celebrity, not really. I mean, I only talk to probably on here. I mean, we're really about community. We're not about me. I know this, right? We are about building something wonderful here, and we are, right? That's what this is about. It's not about me. And I'm like, why? I got 80,000 subscribers. How come we only have? I talk to the same people every day on here, right? Because the answer is because it's not about you. It's about what you're doing. It's about the community that we're building here, and that's what I'm doing here, right? It makes sense, right? Look at all the wonderful people we have on our Discord server, right? It is illegal for hand-to-hand combat Christianity. Oh, man. Yeah. Celebrities have been trained to embrace trends. Few years, they have a massive trends toward the Christian revival, right? They all do it, right? One of my favorite trend chasers was Sammy Davis Jr. He's like, oh, everyone's Satanist. I want to be the first black man Satanist, right? That does jazz, right? Remember him? Sammy Davis Jr. was in the Satanic Church. I didn't believe it until I saw Anton LaVey come on Geraldo Rivera. He goes, yes, I have a lot of celebrities that are in my church in California. Here's one of them. He takes pictures with all of his members. So if they ever become assholes, he can say, hey, remember, I got your picture. Remember that when you bent over for me right here? Yeah, let's see here. I have the bot on your TV and Lord Nicholas on another TV. You cannot be lukewarm. It is one or the other. You cannot be hot or cold. You are either for the God Emperor or you are not. Damn it, you see, you brought me back to that. Let's see. I hope everyone is well. About chasing joy, being joyful, meeting as many celebrities as possible. Look at you. You got your People's Magazine out. You're looking for the next meeting of Brad Pitt at the coffee house. Let's see here. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. The Diddy of the church. Oh no. Oh no. I can't beat them. Join them. Probably. Blasphemy. I know, but I am convinced the Bible is actually for the devil's purposes. Yeah, I think I have come to that conclusion. Everything about that book has not helped humanity, but enslaved them. I got to tell my kid, turn the shit down. Hey, turn that down. I got a show in here. Turn that down right now. I don't want to hear it. Thank you. There's always a competition here. Let's see. Anton LaVey, famous his last word. Something is very Don't you love how the Christians, they try to hijack a death experience? You know what? Nietzsche, when he was on his bed, he said, I believe. Oh no. You know, Christopher Hitchens, I was there in that when he was dying, and he said, I see a bright light. I'm wrong. You love how they make shit up about historical people that were atheists. There's no way to verify their claims at all. I'm like, where did you hear that from? Oh, it's true. So-and-so told me all about it. There's no way to verify any of these claims about people turning to Jesus that were notorious unbelievers, right? Oh, you feel like you and Brad Pitt would be great friends. Oh, you had a stomach ache and you did something wrong, very wrong. What did you do? What's wrong with your stomach? I'm not a doctor. Don't take medical advice from me. Right? You heard Elvis died on the toilet. Yeah, that's actually a true story, because he suffered terribly from, he was abusing opioids that caused constipation, and he couldn't go to the bathroom, so he did die on the toilet. That's a true story, right? That's why when you go to Graceland, you can't go upstairs, because that's where the toilet he died on, right? Oh, where are we at? There's no way to verify that you believe what you say either, but we are to take your word for it. I don't care if you do. It doesn't matter to me. It's an opinion. People that tell you that their religious experience is an actual fact, they're lying to you. You are sharing your opinion with them. And that's what I'm doing. You have no option to accept it. I believe the things that I'm presented to you are facts, but you don't have to embrace them. I don't care. I'm just an entertainer. Like people in religion that say, we have the truth. No, you don't. You're making that all up. Well, the authority told us, nope, you made up the authority. You're giving that authority, right? You're making all of this up and saying it is fact when you can't prove any of it, right? You can't prove that you've sinned. Where is the God who is angry? Well, I read about it in a book. It told me. How do you know that that is accurate information? Well, God said so. How do you know God said so? The book told me, right? That's ridiculous. You like a banana in your peanut butter sandwich. You see, here they come again. Here they come again. The people doing inappropriate things with the sandwiches. Why do I get these people on my YouTube stream? Why can't you go to someone else's stream and talk about your sexual fantasies? Why do I get them? Why do I have to? You want me to comment on these things? Is that why you come here? You think I'm an expert with sexuality since I have 8 children? Like, well, he knows everything about this shit. We need to talk to him about sandwiches today. What's going on with my breakfast burrito, right? What am I doing wrong? I don't do that shit. I'm not interested in your strange desires for your food. I just can't help you. I just can't help you. Do I think people can be possessed? Certainly. Certainly. The possession really is an abstract in terms of how the entity is there. The entity begins in your psychology. Whatever it is, it takes form and face based on how you are choosing to see it, right? Sometimes that's a memory. Sometimes that's a real encounter, right? That continues to linger on within you. And it starts to have a more of a face to you. Where are we at? I got to tell my sons to keep it down. Vlad, please keep it down. Vlad, you're being too loud. Thank you. All right. Aura, good to have you here. 98, Peaceful Nakedness, good to have you here. Raw, of course, you can prove lies. You would have to prove the truth first before addressing the lies, obviously. Right? They have all these little special sayings that they're taught to say when they do their little apologetic stance, right? You know, I know all of your bullshit. It doesn't do anything here, right? Hit the like button. I was a Christian apologist. I had these arguments. So I know their little games that they play. To say that you don't believe something just because it's in a book is so ignorant. See, he is trying now to get me to defend myself as being ignorant. You see, I reject the premise. I'm not going to even engage in the conversation because look how he responded, right? He's trying to throw it at me, making me now justify myself. This is gaslighting is a very important trick of the Christian apologist. You know, I said nothing about believing anything. I addressed the fact of how Christian apologists come to you with their books and they claim them as true, and you ask them why. They say because the book says it's true, right? That's like me coming to you with the, let's see, what would be a good book? The Sorcerer's Stone with Harry Potter. This is a true book. How do you know? Because Harry Potter was in the United Kingdom. It's in there. I see it. Therefore, it is real. Right? It's really a ridiculous thing. Right? You got him in the toll? All right. I only said that the denial is, see, wants to keep going on. Wants to keep going on with it. He thinks he is accomplishing some I am the champion in the conversation. It's an illusion he is creating for himself so he can walk away and say, I defeated them. I am something wonderful, when it's nothing at all. It's a sad thing that these mental gymnastics that apologetics play with people. Well, I'm not ignorant, sir. I know your little tricks. I know the way you think. You're living in an illusion. You're a fat queen, oh no. Oh, they project their shadow onto everyone else. Yeah, they're never satisfied. They always have to come up with some new, read a new church father, read a new book on modern philosophy. It's like they have this hunger that they think is being justified. And the hunger really is a symptom of a cry for real truth, rather than this illusion that they present to themselves, right? 50 cloaks of grey. Oh my goodness here. You are a champion of Moloch Ball, and I am a lover of Telos. From one human to another, I see you as the definition of a fool, my brother. Do you? And I see you as not a definition, but as a reality of what it looks like to be a penis with ears and eyes and a mouth. Yep. Get out of here. Oh, let's see here. Bard, good to see you. Ahmed, good to have you here. Getting people to think, ask critical questions, which Muslims, especially Christians, don't like. No, because they've created a false reality that always justifies itself. It's the illusion that keeps giving you reasons to believe in it. And if you try not to, it makes you afraid, right? Let's see here. You offending me only proves me right. Thank you, fool. What a loving Christian you are, right? What a loving person. Let's destroy the ego of the other person in order to make my point of view proven, right? And what do you have when you humiliate someone? Say he did humiliate me. What has that accomplished? Nothing. You have humiliated someone. You've not helped them. The consent to someone's truth through defeat is not a real embrace of truth. It is not an authentic one. An authentic assent to a truth is, that's something beautiful. I want it for myself. What you said to me was beautiful. I want it for myself. You don't know how to talk like that to people. So you come on to challenge and to criticize because you have no real substance in your life to offer anyone. Your religion is an illusion, and you are projecting your illusion into the world. Do I admire Richard Dawkins? Of course, he's hilarious. He's pompous, though. He is pompous, right? He would think I am delusional, and I would be okay with it. I'm like, yes, Richard, I am. Oh, you feel the presence of God when you do too. You will too. When I don't believe in your deity. I know deity. I don't need to believe in it. Feeling the presence is not a belief system. It is an experience that does not need words, right? When your children experiences divinity for the first time, right? When they begin to perceive it, whenever that might be, is there a dogma connected to it? No, it's a real experience, one that we are naturally able to have, right? That when you say I have to believe in an idea in order to have the experience, right? you are contradicting your nature, which is to experience what is true, what is real, what is beautiful, what is wonderful, right? You are enslaved. That is where you are at. Oh, you need to lose some weight. You've gotten fat since your hips started playing. Yeah, try smoking weed regularly every night, Delta 8 or Delta 9 products. That helped me. I lost 50 pounds, right? You think Dawkins said cultural Christians or something? Yeah, well, that's what I would be, what Dawkins would be. We are culturally given the archetype of Christ as a fatherly figure, right? We are given the Bible as a way to conduct judgment in the household. So I too would be a cultural Christian because I grew up in the culture. My parents were not religious, but I still grew up in this context, right? And so did when I became religious later on. I mean, that is what you built on, right? Do I like Jews and hate Christians by any chance? Yes, I am 100%. I don't like any religion except for, you see the Israeli flag behind me. That's all that matters, right? Looking good. Thank you. Good to see you, Nailusa. Good to have you here. When you started smoking weed, then you put it back on again. The munchies always comes back to you in the end, right? Oh, you lost it? I'd be silly. Well, start smoking weed, eating gummies. That helped me lose 50 pounds. You remember me last year, Fiona, at this time, right? I lost 50 pounds. I mean, if you see some of my older videos, my head takes up most of the image. My head has been reduced to 50%, right? That's not an Israeli flag behind me. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Weed makes you have extreme hunger for sweets. It does different things. It attacks the cannabis attacks like fat cells, and the fat cells need hungry. So that's what causes all that hunger. You want to store that fat. You want to get those cells, in their hunger. I could be wrong. I'm not a weed scientist. But that's how I was introduced to this idea of the munchies. So if you're not giving in to the munchies, like I can't afford to, maybe that's what's my secret. Because I get the munchies every day from the weed, but I can't do anything about it because I don't have any money for food. So maybe that was the trick. Oh, there are scholars in here. Oh, shit. Oh, my. Let's see here. Look at Ra here. He's telling people to read. Yes, I am illiterate, for one thing. The star behind you doesn't represent evil nearly as much as the Zion flag. Don't tell them that. People come on here every day and think I'm Jewish because of this. The pentacle. The pentacle is a symbol of my channel. It's a symbol of my ancestors. It's a spiritual truth to me as a bard of the elements, earth, air, water, fire, the new free, all of that, right? Drinking makes people overeat too. Yeah. You think you eat more when you drink? Yeah, that seems to be a thing. You balance it out with smoking. What do you think about cognitive dissonance? I'm still trying to get over erectile dysfunction. And when I'm able to figure that out, I'll deal with the cognitive dissonance, right? You truly must be obsessed when you love Labubu. Oh, I love Labubu. Don't get me all fired up. I know I saw him around here. My son's got him somewhere. Is he in here still? I thought I saw him earlier. No, he is gone. He hides the Labubus from me because I always take him on the show, right? He's a big fan of Labubu, one of my sons. Good to see you, camera lady. So he hides them so I don't find them because he doesn't like me messing with his Labubu stash. Yeah, Labubu is what led me out of the Christian church, right? There he is. Ra is demanding evidence, right? They always demand evidence, and they can't provide any themselves. They provide you a circular argument. But you know what, Ra? I love. What is his name? What is my Poopert? There's this great witch that I met, who's a great artist and a conjurer of the colors, who introduced me to this beautiful little creature from the abyss called Poopert. And I have let him into my heart. I serve him and only him. And there's nothing you can do. Right? Watch out. If you ever go to her channel, she'll conjure something up. She conjures up pickled men in her garden. Oh my goodness, yeah. Don't put yourself out there, camera lady. They'll see it. She'll start doing black magic on you, right? What do you think about Ouija boards? I don't like them. I know some of my friends like them. When I played with the Ouija board, when I was younger, I felt like it opened me up deeper to an experience that I was not ready for. And it was not a good one, right? You know, there was something in my family that was probably a lot nicer to my other ancestors, but not to me. It's like, oh, great, I'm going to kick his ass now. That's basically what I experienced with the occult as a teenager, and took a long time to heal from that trauma, right? Oh, man, he wants proof Jesus was God on earth. Oh, boy. Here we go. Poopert is God on earth. Poopert comes from Camera Lady. She is the holder of the sacred texts, of the great teachings and dogmas that bring the world to its knees before Lord Poopert. Serve him. Yes, Camera Lady is the great avatar of the Poopert, here to bring his goodness, here to bring his joy to all of you. Thoughts on tarot cards? Oh, I love them. This is a tarot card right here. Even if you don't want to be like religious about tarot cards, if you understand like the inner world, your psychology, your subconscious, having a conversation every day with these symbols is a conversation with yourself. If you do tarot or rune reading or something, these symbols speak to the subconscious. So there's a conversation. You really get to know the inner person better, right? Even if you didn't want to use it, like I use it to discern like the energies, like what is the weather today? That's how I use runes. Like I use runes to say it's time to change my channel around. That's why I have a yellow pentangle instead of the Awen symbol. I used to have just the Awen symbol, but my runes told me it was time to change things up. So I'm following that energy, right? Grand rising to you, Latasha. Good to have you here, our good friend Latasha, for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Tell you about the Ouija board? Well, my mother got it for me from Hasbro. It was at Toys R Us. Hello, Mommy, I want to call on the spirits. Okay, son, this is your birthday present. My mother never took that stuff seriously. And she thinks she has, some clairvoyance, but she never took like this. All this stuff was kind of like for entertainment. She's like, oh, go ahead, let's get you a Ouija board. Now, my experience of it wasn't in the physical. Like it wasn't moving around for me. There was something, a psychological trigger that happened with using this that allowed me to perceive something that was not nice. To be able to perceive an entity, a perception. So that was my experience of the Ouija board. It was kind of like the room got a little bit colder now, right? Something is not nice going on in your life. And that got worse when on my 13th birthday, oh, I want to get this book on conjuring demons, Mom. Okay, don't tell grandmother. So my mother bought me this book of conjuring. And I'm trying to get all the neighborhood kids together to do some rituals I mean, some of the parents were concerned. They found out I was going to do this ritual. I was trying to get all the kids in the neighborhood. Come on, look at I got this magical booklet here. We're going to conjure us something from the third layer of hellfire. Could you imagine that? You have your parents are knocking on your. Is your son is doing some? And this is satanic panic era, right? So my neighbor, he comes over with some holy water and shit. He's like telling me about this is dangerous. You're opening yourself up to demonic entities. And she was right. She was right. I was scared because I had a terrible experience. And I was just interested in, power. I wanted power. My life was out of control. And I felt a promise of power that I yielded to, during this ritual. And I wasn't even doing the rituals right. I couldn't read Latin, right? I couldn't read any of this shit, right? It's probably a half-assed magical circle on the ground, right? None of that mattered. There was something waiting, and it wasn't nice. And that, Fiona, is the experience. And that's when I learned for the first time the Our Father and the Hail Mary, because my neighbors started taking me to church, to Mass with her, and met a priest and said, he is serving Satan. They gave me a bottle of holy water as a compilation prize. Here, show a bottle of holy water, which didn't do shit, right? Because I kept continuing to have problems with this. They didn't do shit. Nothing worked. I had to learn to deal with it. But I did so by learning I wasn't alone, right? I created this problem. But in that problem, I met and experienced a divine reality in a more intimate way as a father. Like, protect me, get me out of this. And it never let me down. But it didn't take away the problem, because it eventually, as I grew up, it wanted me to deal with it. It wanted me to overcome it, to defeat it, right? To draw strength from the demon, as Carl Jung would say, the demon becoming the angel. When you are able to defeat it, you're able to draw strength from it, right? When it no longer can hurt you, when the flame has burnt all of your skin off, there's nothing that can happen to you anymore. You're invincible, right? That's what you can learn from the power of fear. But some of you are scared shitless, right? You struggle with anxiety. You can change all of that around into power, right? You have to practice. When you're afraid to go out of the goddamn house, just start at the doorway. 1 foot every day. Just go out there, stick it out there, and realize that this is an illusion. As fear is real, the power is real. But as you begin to not do what it wants you to do, you change the flow of that energy. And now it's something very powerful, right? Because I could never do this, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I could never do this every day to talk to people, because I was scared shitless of everything. I lived in anxiety. I lived in fear, but I had to learn to overcome that. And not in a way where it's gone. It's still here. But in a way now I use it as a way to draw power. Rather than consuming me, rather than defeating me, rather than destroying me. I've learned to dance with it. And now it is a dance partner. Oh, you're here. Good. Nice to see you. Right? Here comes the insults. Oh boy. Yeah. When Christians don't get their way, there they go. He already called me a fool earlier. You are a fool. Right? Oh, your bones are clanky. Well, we're not interested in your penis, sir. Yeah. Go easy on Raw. The eclipse energy may have short-circuited him. The serpent of chaos is here. Good to see you. Oh, man. Labuba is real. Yeah. You don't have a conversation when I'm drunk. You have no filters. That's always, you get to see the real person and what they really think about you, right? For people who are intoxicated, you can see how they really feel. Oh, I was drunk. No, you weren't. That was you, right? That was who you are. to me in that moment. I've drinking a lot of beverages in my time, but I knew what I was doing. In my old age, the memory loss is that's something you experience now if you have too many. But when I was younger, I couldn't remember everything. The amount of attention you received only tells me, all right, yes, put all of your words in caps to let us know. Thank you. Look, I told you my penis was big. You weren't listening, but now I put it in caps so you could see how large it is, right? Stormbringer is here, a wonderful elven friend here that was dipped in bleach. You ever see the Elric saga? You have the albino elf, right? Mind over matter, pentagram up. Yeah, this is the Ace of Pentacles, right here. I thought it was kind of scary looking. Look, you see the hand coming up and grabbing it, right? Whale over approval. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure, my friend. Good to have you here. Tonight is Dungeons and Dragons. 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be on. You know they're feeling the loss when they start saying shit like that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've been drunk, people, absolutely bizarre things. Certainly, that's certainly true. Moral grandstanding, virtual singing, overcompensation for a small private. We've seen it all here every day, right? It's not our fault, as I say, that we didn't make your wiener small. You did. Yep. You are wondering, are these demons hanging around everywhere? They never leave. They're always here. Now, when you have people over your house that are being dicks and you can't throw them out, what do? You make them uncomfortable, right? You ever have a couple of your neighbors or in-laws or whatever, and they're being a problem? Just take off all of your clothes. They want to be inconvenient, they're stuck with you. Just take off say you can't, it's my house now, right? That's a proclamation, right? It's my house now, right? It works too. Your in-laws will relax when they see that, right? Yeah. Well, you don't have to follow by example. You can use it as a metaphor, right? What I do I don't recommend for everyone the things I do. Yeah. Do not. I am a professional. Please do not repeat my behaviors, especially to your in-laws. Could you imagine? Right? You don't have the abilities that I have, right? I don't want to hear people do it. I don't want to see you on the next Geraldo Rivera. Yeah. You like my mom's meatloaf? Yeah. You came over and hung out in my basement the other day with me. Your loud neighbors are demons. Well, go out and get naked. If your neighbors are causing a problem, when you knock on their door naked and say, I think your music's a little loud, they will take your shit seriously. Go, oh, yes, I will turn it down. That's how you deal with your neighbors when you're out of line. You get naked. I mean, you don't have to be violent, right? Just show up naked, right? This is my philosophy. I told you about why the Jehovah Witnesses, they don't come over to my house anymore. They were annoying the shit out of me. They would not stop coming. So what do? I come out naked. Right? They're all out there. Like, you want to talk about Jehovah now, do you? Why not? I'm Adam in the garden. What are you afraid of here? I'm Adam. You want to be Eve? You want to be Eve? Is that what's going on? Or Steve? Because they have the guy and the girl come to the door. They send the girl first, and then the gentleman is in the back. He's like the pimp of the Jehovah Witnesses. Just go on up there, knock on the door. Knock on the door, bitch, come on. Right? You ever see that? The Jehovah Witnesses have like the tag teams, right? There's an old gentleman in the back, and he's pimping out this a girl to go knock on the door, because you wouldn't want to knock on the door if it's a man, right? You've been trained, like with all the commercials out there, to be aroused in everything you see. Just the Mormons are doing this, right? The Mormons have these videos for the Latter-day Saints of these young women in short skirts, right? You're all aroused. I want to join their church now, damn it, right? You have Christians you're catching on, right? When you're doing your ministries out in the streets, you have to. That is the only way you can reach people, right? Right? Oh, yeah. We were learning all kinds of new evangelization techniques when I was a clergyman, right? We got together. I've told the story about getting together at the Topless Bar to do ministry, right? What didn't work, was the monopoly money. The girls didn't appreciate that. We were usury is a sin, right? So we couldn't put the monopoly money. They didn't like that shit. We got through out of a lot of, but we were trying to reach them with the good news, right? We were trying to reach them with the good news, but we should have used real money, but the money would have been a sin. Yeah. I have a wizard stick. It's a walking stick, damn it. I'm old. I am decrepit, and I need a stick to walk around. Yeah. There are Mormons in your neighborhood. Lucky you. Lucky you, Latasha. You get that handsome gentleman knocking at your door. They go 2 by 2, right? And they try to do Mormons. It's always 2 ladies usually now, right? Unless they look you up in the phone book. Oh, that's what we need to send the hot gentleman. So you'll have this huge gentleman coming up. He's been bromaxing. He says, I want to talk to you about the Latter-day Saints. You don't care about what he's saying. You're just looking at his body, right? That is what they do for their evangelization, right? What cult did that? There was this cult that used to do that in the 60s. The Children of God, they called it fishing for men, right? They sent the ladies out to sleep with gentlemen to bring them back into the church. They're just catching up to that. A lot of the modern Christian evangelists, right? They've been doing it for secret. They've been doing it in secret, but now it's becoming real. Veggies killed by your cow. Well, look at you. You need to achieve a state of maturity. This is for adults. Yeah, people that talk like that. You have to be under 18. You're not welcome here. Yeah. 10% of tithes for projects. Yeah, these are church functions, right? That's how I met my wife, actually. Who the hell are these demons? I don't know. From the abyss? Are we talking like Jubilex? We were talking about Jubilex earlier. Mormons know how to recruit. They certainly do. They used to have the best teachings. If you're honest, out of all of Christianity, the Mormons have the best teaching, especially for men. Now, we've mentioned this many times. You get a whole planet with all the women you want to populate it. Now, is there a better religion than that? No. Islam, you only get 70. Mormons give you a whole damn planet full of women. If you're a man, you can't beat that shit. You cannot beat it. Oh my, here we go again. Yeah, you think so too? Yeah. You always be a warrior above Bard for a warrior. He's speaking in Welsh. There, so he can see that he gets his words mixed up. For our brothers and sisters of the Grove, thank you. You are a true space marine, my friend. Oh, where are we at here? We had a goblin ogre in here the other day, right? Is it different from Scientology's? Well, Scientology, I told you about my experience. Does everyone know about my Scientology experience? They tried to recruit me. Did I already share that story? Nice to see you, Mike. Yeah. So I was downtown in this where all these bars were. And this young Scientologist gentleman, he goes, "Can I give you a personality test?" Now, I was looking for a good time. I was looking for a date. So I took that as a secret language. Come with me. Come with me. And I followed him back to his stronghold. He had this beautiful building. And he brought me into a room, kind of dimmed down the lights. And he says, "Are you ready for the test?" And so I said, I took off all of my clothes. I thought we were going to have a homosexual encounter. I didn't. Then he called security and everything. I mean, it was embarrassing. I was half naked we were going through this place trying to get dressed, right? That was my Scientology experience, right? The Scientology stronghold. I don't know what they call them. I mean, they have these fenced-in buildings now, like they got a militia downtown, the Scientology, right? It's really bizarre, right? You ever see these Scientology places? There's been people infiltrating them, right? They go and infiltrate them. So they've beefed up their security, right? I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. You're going to head out, Fred. Take care. Take care of yourself, Fred. You had a boss who was a Scientologist, and some mornings you end up getting paid to watch videos about Scientology. I mean, what a great job, right? Oh, you get paid to hear their religion. I'm sure I'll do it too, or have a good time. Either one, right? Whatever you wanted. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I was a young man. I didn't know what to think. You're an ogre in real life, but you're a little bit uglier. Hopefully, you're not the kind that ELP likes. Those types of ogres, right? Do chickens have testicles? I don't know. I'm not a scientist or a veterinarian. Don't take my medical advice. Now, some of you are going to look at the backside of chickens to find out what's wrong with you. Kimberly, nice to see you. Glad to have you here. Scientology is a big hit recently. Yeah, I think they need to embrace gay marriages, right? That will set them straight. They are not for gay marriages, right, Scientologists? I mean, they're still living in the 90s, some of these religions, right? Scientology is weird, right? You have a few lobsters in your pants? Oh, boy. What do you believe? Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? What are you and what you, like I'm some type of extraterrestrial? I have come in peace. I have come here to have a conversation with you about the world that I am from, beyond the veil, in a special place, a land called Faerun, where I dwell in a wonderful city, a true city of splendors, Waterdeep. In the northern wards do I hail from, a place of luxury, a place of nobility, a place where the city shines at its brightest. That is where I am. And what I am is Waterdevian, through and through, my friend. Hopefully that answers your question. They have huge buildings and gyms and libraries. Yeah. You are here for the entertainment. Kim Canas has come for the entertainment purposes. Take care, Red. Have a great rest of your day. You believe in Judaism. Look at you. Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness. Am I into sorcery? Yes, I am. I love sorcery. It is lots of fun. Lots of fun. You reside in the realm of the Wangoluhan. Oh, my. Hail the Emperor and Satan. True demons are bothered by you, Bar. It's quite apparent, right? Yeah. You know, one of the things that demons don't like you doing is laughing, having a good time, finding joy. They don't like that. They're not interested in that. If you can find some of these people that are experience this trauma, you make them laugh. they are being healed, right? They are being healed. Laughter is one of the greatest powers in the world. And when you understand that, you need to shut the door when you do that. See, they always do this. There's a bathroom here. You have to shut the door. It's not funny. My sons are having a good time here, interrupting the show here with the biological realities. I don't even know what I was saying. Yep. Your game came as well. Wonderful. You do a little sorcery with your pasta. You swirl the breadstick around in rhythm and magnitude, drawing the energies of the sauce up and reaching your palate in the most complex ways. That is true sorcery indeed. Are you from Northern England or Scotland? I am from Waterdeep, sir. I just told you that. I am Waterdavian. Waterdavian. Yeah. Yeah, shut the damn bathroom door. How are my rabbits doing? I don't know where they're at. They're scattered somewhere. She was on in the beginning. I had to give her a treat to come out here. So at the beginning of the show today, you got to see my bunny having a good time with her snacks. Yeah, you're lucky you get in the flush. Yeah. Yeah, you have kids, you understand with the flushing the toilet is a problem. Peeing on the floor. If you have young sons, what do? They always pee all over the floor. That's always a problem. Do you have that problem, you father? Your kids pissing all over the floor? Like, here's toilet. I even bought them those damn little potty shot things, right? With the bullseye, you put them in the toilet. Like, pee here, not here. Pee here, in toilet, right? It's kind of like, common sense, right? You keep coming back, Bud. You always make you laugh. And you invite me to the groove. It felt like home, right? And now we are fighting for the golden throne together. Oh, what does the background mean? It's the Ace of Pentacles tarot card. It means prosperity, I believe, right? Financial prosperity. Yeah. Church of the Strong, beautiful poetry. Well, I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate a church like that, right? Or the other way around as well. You eat fruits and vegetables. You like walks. Improves your mood. Yeah. It's true, yes. But the opposite sex, I don't have the problem. Okay. You're from the UK. I say, F the king. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have an uprising. You love the Oblivion music. So do I. I made a mistake of playing real music on here, and I will never do that again. It's going to be only Oblivion or Baldur's Gate music. Yeah. During the Revolutionary War, if you were alive at that time, you would be, your allegiance be to King George. I was alive at that time. I was serving the Emperor of Mankind. I was preparing for what is to come, as I still am. I've been sent back by the tech priests. They have returned me to guide humanity to the Emperor of Mankind. For the Emperor! For the Emperor. Oh, man. You're King Cash, you find disgust here? You don't have to be here. Oh, my. It's like shitting his pants. Yeah. You love that he always trolls my comment. Yes, I do that, right? I don't know how to read. Depeche Mode rock, yeah, that was fun. My daughter, we were listening to Depeche Mode the other day. She goes, this is called Depeche Mode? I'm like, yes, they're Italian. They're an Italian goth band. Yeah, Depeche Mode. Yeah. And the rest of the UK, besides England, hate the royal family. Yeah. Oh, he wore mixing crown bowls. Yeah. I sound Scottish? No, I am not. I have some ancestors, certainly, that are all over the United Kingdom. It is all me. All of my ancestors come from there. Let's see here. Oh no, where are we at here? That isn't Scottish, Yeah. They don't know how to read in the 41st century yet. I don't know. Oh, where are we at? Who will join my church of Latter-day Schlongs? I'm sure you'll find a lot of people interested in that type of religion, right? Where you just expose yourself to your parishioners, right? There's a lot of perverts out there. Yeah. You're smoking and walking by the lake. Very nice. Kimberly Murphy is Scottish. She's like, I am Scottish. Someone said Scottish. I am here. Right? She's got her bagpipes out and her kilt on right now. Did someone say Scottish? That is it right here. Did you have a lot of prep for my D&D? I've had this week, I prepared something special that involves the underlying plot of what has been going on in their dungeon. One of the players is now affected with a curse. And one has vampirism. One player has a mind flayer creature in its head. The other one, there's a plot to return him back to the Underdark. I have all of these things in the works, and pulling them out, different events at a time, building this story that I've been telling for about a year now. I've been telling a story in the kingdom of Cormyr that they've been participating in, right? And it has to do mainly, one arch enemy that they're coming to know is Moander, a very, very powerful evil entity in the Forgotten Realms. So they're getting to experience that. Oh, you love Scottish people? It's hard to understand them though, right? This looks bitchin'. You're having a good time here, Goulash. Having a good time here, my friend. Yeah, we're going to be back tonight playing D&D around 5 p.m., 4:45, around there, maybe earlier. Tonight, Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to have a good time. Freedom, right? Spiritual entertainment has been the theme, right, of this, because everything that we do is spiritual here. Spirituality, we are taught, as I was sharing in the beginning, we are taught to put spirituality in a place. We are taught to put spirituality in a book. We are taught to put spirituality in holy people. Spirituality begins in you. It does not begin in these other places. These only return you to what is going on. They're only pointing to what you already have. So you have the power in your life to make everything spiritual and wonderful. What I do here in trying to make people laugh to me is a spiritual experience, right? That's spiritual entertainment. Yeah. You're in the hospital? Shit. I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. That's terrible. Spiritual is within. Yes. Thank you, Natalie. It all begins with your creativity. Everything that you do, you spiritualize because it starts within you. You are the current that directs the flow of the river. That's you, right? It all begins with you. How you live, how you think, how you create, right? I appreciate you very much, Natalie. Pray for healing, buffoon. Now, see, look at the statement. You see the statement here? Look at it. Pray for healing, buffoon. What's going on with this? This is a spiritual statement, right? They're using their spirituality to help you to see something that is spiritual. But just because it has this spiritual power around it doesn't mean it has value. When your spirituality is our creativity, but not all that creativity is good. Not all of it is lasting. Not all of it has purpose. And when you call someone names, when you're trying to help them to be spiritual, what is going to happen? There's going to be no real spirituality that takes place, right? This person has no spirituality to offer, right? They have not learned to tap in to what is natural to them yet. They are living in this. See, this is the problem. We're taught not to see it, right? If you see what's in you, you see what's in others, and you're not a dick to them, right? If you see what is in you, you can see it in others, right? Oh my, where am I at here? Who art thou? Art thou a pagan? What are you, King James? Be friend, thy purpose here must be stated to thus saith the Lord. I am now not thee pagan, I am not thee heathen, I am thy entertainer. Nothing more than thou is this. Don't you love it when they get all spiritual at like a Pentecostal church? I've been to a lot of Pentecostal churches in my youth, and they'll get up and start speaking in tongues, right? And then they'll interpret it. They'll be like, Biba baka taka taka titita. Thus saith the Lord, thy sins have reached the nostrils of the Most High, and thee God is angry with thou behavior. Right? They start speaking like it. They are King James, right? Like God doesn't know like common English, right? They start going and I mean, isn't it strange? You ever see this behavior? You ever see this behavior at a Pentecostal church? The old English makes me think of George of the Jungle. Oh my. Kate, put your spear away. You hear Scottish people speak, it sounds like they're German words. Oh, AI can at least spell correctly, damn it. Yes. Gloomy. Spirituality can single-handedly be the most healing yet most hurtful thing ever. When spirituality is full of hate instead of love, it is damaging. Yes, very true, my friend. We are holy rollers and snake handlers, but not the snake you're thinking of. Yeah. Thou art King James incarnate, thus saith the Lord. Is that the star of Rapha-Ein? No, it is the Israeli flag, right? That's what it is right there. What is this shit here? Spiritual entertainment, my friends. You found. Good to see you. Good to have you here for your entertainment leisure, my friends. We got about 20 minutes left. Unless we get to our goal today. If you are interested in me going longer, I can certainly do another probably 30 minutes more. We're almost at our goal for the day. As I appreciate all the people here who keep me here, keep me alive, keep me around. We're at 81,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. I appreciate all the people who enjoy what I do. Appreciate all the people who play games with me. We play games in the evening and have the comedy and the spirituality every day in its variety and forms. As a kid, you were scared when they spoke in tongues, but now you find it hilarious. Yeah. When I first saw it, I was maybe 14 years old, and my friend had taken me to his church group. And his mother stands up and starts doing this tongues. And I'm like, what the hell? I start laughing my ass off. I thought she was drunk or something. I thought it was funny as hell. He punches me in the arm, right? And then it would have been nice for you to explain to me before I went to your church that half of them are raving lunatics, including your mother, right? That would have been nice. But no, he just gets mad at me, and it's like my fault. You know this isn't normal behavior, right? You don't go, we weren't doing this at school. I never see you You come out of the boys' locker room, bebop baka takatsa. You didn't do that on the field trip to the science museum. You didn't start raising your hands on the bus. He sha sabada shebe shebe ke beepa. You weren't doing that shit there. So how am I supposed to know when I'm going to your church that you're going to be doing this shit? I mean, if you're a Pentecostal, you got to get people prepared for this experience, because I laughed my ass off. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I didn't understand it. Maybe let people watch Robert Tilton for an hour before you bring them to your church. Yeah. No, I don't read tarot. No, I read runes. Runes is my thing. You understand me? Yeah. You got people in the chat now doing the tongues, right? They're speaking in tongues with the keyboard, right? Yeah. You ever think about that? Does that count? Like, what if you have your vocal cords are not where they should be, right? In terms of your experience. We do have people who are called mute. For whatever reason, they cannot communicate with the language anymore, right? What about these people when they go to Pentecost Apostle Church? How are they going to do the tongues? Keyboards, right? Keyboards. There you go. You're having a good time with the tongues. Is reading runes sorcery? Oh, yes, it can be. Oh, yes, certainly. That speaking tongues are nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do it. So you understand why I dress up in a cloak now and walk around the stick. Yeah. I'm having a great afternoon. Thank you, Tracy. Glad to have you. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button top of your screen. On the top of the pentacle, there's the like button. Help a bot out. Help a bot out. You will punish a sorcerer. How? How do you want to punish me? That sounds fun, right? You drink potions daily. Look at you. I brew potions. I can mix you up in air. Yeah. You know me, preacher. I've been following you since day one. Oh, are you of my stalker or a former parishioner? I don't remember, Tracy. I'm sorry. I don't recall. I've met a lot of people in my time. Did you learn sorcery from the demons? Yes, they taught me. They taught me the secrets of the universe, how to get in touch with Beelzebub and Cthulhu, and who else? Harry Potter. Yeah. No crashing out, or you would speak younger all day. I don't understand. You need to learn the enchantment spell. Well, the idea of the enchantment spell really is something that must be rooted in the other person. Right? I enchant people every day when you listen. But you have a facility for the enchantment already. I am just something that makes that come alive, that is already there. That is enchantment. Enchantment, right, is already there. If you think about, like in the mythological, the enchanting of the stones, is the properties already in there for the enchantment before you do your ritual, right? What does your ritual really do? It helps you to see what is already there, right? Paul says stay single. Yeah, he was a weirdo. Didn't that one guy get his sight back after being struck by lightning? Yeah, there's all kinds of stories like that. Mills Coolin. There's a new Lord of Rings game that just came out. You will enjoy it? Oh, I certainly would. I'll have to look into that. I did not like the one with the one where you were Golem. I don't like those thief type games. Yeah. Could I overpower Savos Aaron? Oh, with the power of the Emperor, I can do anything. With the Emperor's power, that you are unstoppable. The light of the golden throne as it penetrates you fills you with courage and might, where you can do anything. Reincarnation is cool. Would you like to reincarnate as? I don't want to. I don't want to keep coming back in the same reality. I want to be a perfected being. The resurrection to me is a more thing that in our mythology that we should be aiming for, a more sustainable experience where there's no need to keep coming back over and over again. To really have a tree of life, right? You think about the tree of life. It does not die, right? It is in a place of perfection. It is sustained. Yaga cell, right? Yaga cell's roots reveal realms, right? He was a weirdo. Who is? Yeah. Hell divers, yeah, it's not for me. I don't plan on doing anymore. Yeah, I know that some people are sad about that. I was terrible at hell divers. I don't like all the up, up, down, down stuff. I think that really killed it for me. Yeah. You want to be a dead spell that sits on the shelf? Well, that sounds like something to aspire to. And who is Edwin Robinson? I don't know who that is. It's a perfect game. If the Emperor and Talos were together, Talos is sitting on his lap. Always, yes. Yeah, the Emperor is the ultimate reality, right? You want to be a slime mold, do you? You play Elden Ring and you're fighting every enemy and summoning your friends, fighting other players. Yeah, that's a fun game. Yeah. It's not for everyone, yeah. I tried, my friend. For the Emperor, there we have it. Look at this devotion here. Look at this devotion. Oh my. The devotion of the servants of the Imperium. It is something to be in awe of. It is something to be in wonder of. Look at that. Look at all the generosity of these people here. So nice of you. Thank you. For the Emperor. You love Elden Ring? You know all of the lore? Yeah, it's beautiful. It's got a beautiful lore. Yeah. The art is beautiful. It really draws you into the world, right? And they do a perfect job of raising your blood pressure. Elden Ring, right? I wonder how many people have gone to the hospital after playing Elden Ring that are over the age of 50. I mean, I did all kinds of cussing when I played Elden Ring. I was so frustrated. I had launched a controller into space, hitting the ceiling, and having to buy another one, right? For the Emperor, yeah. Where are we at? We got Shazzy. He's trying to pick up on the goblin female here. When you have a female goblin in your party of adventurers, there's always a young rogue that comes in to try to hustle his way in, to riz his way in to the heart there, only to find out that there's another goblin lover that has already been there. Oh, it's sad, isn't it? Goblins worship you. See, the chief goblin has revealed his phallus symbol. They are engaged in a philosophical war now of goblin schismo. They're showing their strength. They're doing their rituals. Look at mine. Look here, right? They're doing the little dance, right? While Madame Goblin gets to enjoy the show. My wife told me this gentleman was hitting on her at her office, that it was a client over the phone type of thing. And what was funny is this person was trying to reveal themselves as someone of status. They're like, you want to see my White House press pass? They were a reporter or something. And my wife is, she doesn't understand the context. She's trying to, trying to figure out. She finally figured out. She's like, do people hit on you on your show? I'm like, yeah, men just like that all the time. All of these wonderful men out there are always trying to pick me up. No females have come on here and asked for a date. It's always homosexual men. I'm like a gay icon, I told her, right? I'm a gay icon for gay people now. on here. Look at all my audience. It is gay men, most of it, right? I'm a new icon for homosexuality. See, all of the future gay men, they're going to be wearing cloaks and walking around with sticks, right? I'm hunched over, but not because of that. That's where you're going. You're like, they're going to be hunched over. You know why? I'm going to get my. That's not what. Some of you are perverts, right? Some of you are perverts out there. Oh, no one wants to hit shit anymore. Oh no. Oh no. What's going on here? It's just called Blobin. What? I don't know. We're going now. Oh damn. What's going on here? Imagine the type of things Druids saw while taking magic mushrooms in the Iron Age. Yeah, I can only imagine, right? Taste the rainbow, baby, right? The emperor was a Mithra worshiper, was he not? Well, that's really, he's setting an example. He was teaching people the patterns of religion. Earlier men, he taught us how to make the pyramids, so on and so forth. He taught us culture. So he was teaching a form of religion that people could understand that would allow people to one day worship him as the proper deity on the golden throne. See, there's a whole method to what the emperor has done, right? And it's all for us, right? Sometimes the emperor has to come down and lower himself through time and space to teach us the right ways, to raise us up to his level for the emperor. Oh, give you a shack. What is that? What do you want to do with me in a shack? Get some real freaks on here today. What the hell do you want to do with me in a shack? Yeah. What did he teach to escape death? Sometimes death is necessary for glory. People sacrifice themselves every day, 10,000 people, so that the emperor may continue on. That is true loyalty. Which emperor? There's only one, the God Emperor, who sits on the golden throne, right? Oh man, there's no redeeming social values from New York. They have high quality life set for, what the hell is this? Oh, I don't know where you're going here. Is that where you think I'm from? I am a servant of the Imperium of man, spreading the good news across the cosmos, preparing cultures and peoples and species for the great coming of the one of the golden throne, the emperor of mankind. Right? Do you see that guy that made a 10-foot real working space marine suit? Oh, damn, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I have to look that one up. He rules Comic-Con, right? He comes in there, busts shit up, right, with his armor on. Is it made from real ceramite? Yeah. Oh man, the Emperor of Melonbone. What is going on here? I'm talking about the Emperor of mankind. There's only one emperor. You've all been exposed to heresy. There's only one emperor. There's only one who sits on the gold. Not two, not three. There's only one. No homo gay hugs on the best. Oh man, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, sure. I think he did it at for Comic-Con. Oh man, I wish I was there. Yeah. The Wizard of Za. What is that? I think you from my gay ass London. I'm thinking about what I don't understand what's going on. You have the skeleton face in the chat. You like the bone, do you? Is that what you're trying to say to us? You know, he's sharing his sexuality with us by having this skeleton. Like, I like the bone. That's what that means now. I was educated by my young children. Like, why so many skeleton heads? That means you like the bone, right? That's what it means. It's new homosexual language, right? What is the bard claiming to be? I don't know. Is real as you can get? Yeah. I'm claiming to be something. Oh, great. I'm just a servant of the Imperium trying to make my way in the cosmos. I'm just a humble bard, a humble storyteller, sharing my message in love for the Imperium of mankind, right? Oh my, this is the Sims. This is the Imperium of man. This ain't no simulation. Oh my, you were born on Halloween? Yeah, that's more code words for I like candy. Yeah, we know all about it. We know all about your symbolism there. We are not fooled by the skeleton form that you brought here with glasses on. They wear the glasses because that's like an invitation about the bone. It's like, I want to put my shades down. So this is all symbolism and code words and things. A lot of these people engage in on here. And I'm just catching up to it. I'm just catching up to it. Oh, my. Marcus had a guy that found through the ghetto of Rome and told him he was only a man. Yeah. Well, you could believe what you want, but the emperor is God. He is the only true power in the universe. I'm sorry that your minds are being violated by the warp, and you cannot see the truth anymore of the Imperium of mankind. You cannot see it. Oh, where am I at here? Oh, Emperor, guide me. I have to get going, my friends. It's been a pleasure to be with you. It is time for me to part and serve the Imperium of Man. Take care, my friends. Coming back later for Dungeons & Dragons. Don't miss it. 4:45 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will see you then. And then tomorrow morning, I plan on doing a Grove stream. We'll see. All right?